I just always have to give it a minute because just the way that YouTube is, it takes a minute before it actually becomes live. So I just sit here and stare at the screen like a silly person. So hey everybody, how are you guys doing? Hopefully everybody can hear me because I knocked my microphone off of my table like 10 minutes ago and I was like, "Oh no." So I was like, "Am I going to have to pay for a new microphone?" So can hear you, can see me. Good. I got rid of all of the mess that was behind me because oh my god, I don't know what it is. It's like while I'm gone during the week, this place just turns into a mess. But you can see my 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 Lion King backpack. Oh my god, how does this work? Okay, there we go. There we go. I'm not good with foregrounds and backgrounds. My room looks great. Yeah, I haven't cleaned it yet. Like that's usually what I try to do on the weekend is just try to tidy it up a little bit because it just gives me peace of mind. Is kind of my thing. Yeah. Is the lighting too much? I feel like I kind of want to turn it down a little bit because I have my sun lamp and it's basically like kind of like one of the big lamps that Jeff has in his studio. Like it's a full spectrum, so it's very bright. It's extremely bright, and I like just roughly made my bed like 10 minutes ago. You can turn it down a bit if you want. Okay, this is gonna look weird. Gonna probably see my bum on camera again. Okay, what does that do? Mm, there you go. That's a little better. I'm not like overly dwarfed in light anymore, and there's no real bad reflection other than the one from my mirror. So, but yeah, I'm thinking that the sun lamp is helping a fair bit. Like it's it's still a thing that I have to get used to in like my mornings, especially on the weekends, because every consistent thing that I have going on during the week, it just gets tossed to the wind because that like I'm somewhat consistent during the week, and then once the weekend comes around, it's like it's a completely different routine for me, and it gives me time to be just present, and it gives me time to just kind of slow down from the week ahead. So that's good. Yeah. So I'm going to get into some questions here because I did put up a quiz on YouTube. I mean, they put it as a quiz, but it was more so for like content purpose of what people wanted to see. And people want slice of life vlogs, which like at 100% right now is like kind of interesting. But from at Dolly Giotes, what are some of my favorite holiday memories or favorite foods? Favorite holiday memories. Oh my gosh. Um yeah, I don't know how that necessarily sets up because it's like you have to set up like a correct answer for the quiz and then people have to like pick which one is right. But then it's like, if you don't pick the one that's like yeah, like if you don't pick the one that I set as correct, then you're going to be wrong, unfortunately. So, I still have to figure all that out. There is so much on YouTube that I still have to figure out after 5 years of doing this crap. And it's like, but anyway, that's another dragon that I will slay eventually. Yeah. Pardon me for talking with my hands. Um, and I also have coffee. Ugh, I keep bumping my camera. I'm sorry. Okay, Jeff. Yeah, I missed the quiz. Well, it's on my community page, and that's another thing. Before I'll get into the question, Dolly. Don't worry. I don't think you're here, but I'll get your question. But the quiz is on my community page, and a lot of people don't check my community page, which is um decaf. Are you crazy, Jesse? No, I need the caffeine today. Which wasn't necessarily good if I'm waking up with a headache, but I took Tylenol for it, so it's good. I mean, I've been taking Tylenol all week because it's gonna be that special time. Here's hoping because that's what everything's been telling me. My phone's been telling me that it's on its way, so I'm hoping. Um, hopefully if it comes on Monday, I'll be happy because then Tuesday is a day off. So then if it happens, I can just lie in bed and be miserable for the whole day. So fingers, toes, and everything else crossed. But no, it's not decaf. Yeah, if it wasn't for coffee, I would still be in my bed, asleep, probably. Um, Okay, so back to the question. Favorite holiday memories. Favorite holiday memories. I would have to say, God, there are so many of them. I definitely keep very close in my heart. Um, just my childhood memories of Christmases and just um I mean, obviously, like for those of you who know the story of my personal life, there was always some magic around Christmas, and it wasn't necessarily like a Hallmark movie moment. Let me say that much. Um, but a lot of them, I just go back and I'm like, I miss those days. Like I miss the days of setting up our big, gorgeous tree in the living room, and then just like watching like my mom and my dad, go out and like they basically spoiled me when I was like when it came to Christmas, they just spoiled the hell out of me. Um and I was one of those happy kids that once we got the Nintendo 64. I have it in my room. It's in the back there. You can't see it, but it's in there. Once I got the Nintendo 64 system for the first time at Christmas time, I was like just the happiest kid. I was I, I was the kid in that video. If you ever go onto YouTube and you see how happy that little boy is when he gets Nintendo 64, that was every like kid's gem. If you were a gamer and you got a Nintendo 64 for the first time in your life, you were the happiest kid in your house. But yeah, and like even like some of the other memories that I have is like even with being in a 6-year relationship and getting to meet really great people and then kind of being able to like sit down at Thanksgiving or Christmas and just have like the big grand table and like all of the food on the table and like having great family and like great conversation to where it was like all positive, to where it was like we weren't talking about politics, we weren't talking about religion, we weren't talking about you know we weren't talking about any of the crap that the majority of people talk about these days, and it's just like it was just wonderful. um that's how I felt the first time I could afford to buy my first system for myself. Hello, Harriet. Welcome. Oh no, is my computer going to be doing the glitchy thing again? Please, no. I don't want this right now. If this kicks out, I'm going to try to open up another live and then oh god, we're glitching. No, don't glitch. Oh, for the love of God. Oh no, it's glitching on my end. Oh my god. No, 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 no. Don't be doing this. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna do two things at once here. I'm gonna open up another live stream and then hope and pray that it won't freak out as much. Okay. Yeah. There's a little bit of okay. Are we that's going crazy now? Yeah, it's going kaboo. Oh god. Okay.